Are you still trying to figure out areas in Tampa that you feel like you can A, live in happily, and B, afford? The housing market is getting really crazy. In this video, I really want to help you understand a little bit better some neighborhoods that I think you should consider, especially because of their affordability and what they have to offer. So let's get after it right now. Okay, so today I really wanted to focus on 5 areas that I think you should consider, especially when you're thinking about, does it have a neighborhood vibe? What are all the amenities? What are the things that it has to provide you? But not only that, is it affordable? And in this crazy market that we're in, affordability is got to be high on your list. Not only that, but with interest rates going up and down, you have to find your sweet spot, right? So I wanted to give you some neighborhoods that I think you should consider. Number 1 is going to be Carrollwood. And I happen to be in Carrollwood Village Park right now. I grew up in Carrollwood. I happen to love Carrollwood. I still love it. Carrollwood Village was a wonderful place to grow up. I still have a lot of friends that I grew up with that still live in Carrollwood and Carrollwood Village. So you need to remember that Carrollwood is still a very densely populated suburb, and it's got great restaurants, shops, all the things that you would want. A park like this, beautiful park. This is actually, and I'm going to walk around and show you a little bit more of it, but this park wasn't here when I was growing up. So they've added a lot of great opportunities for families to do activities outside. You also happen to have the Carrollwood Country Club. If you're a golfer, lots of golfing over here, very popular. You've got low crime, you've got some top rated schools. And to me, it's still one of the most affordable areas when you're looking for that suburban life and you're looking to be, in close-ish proximity to downtown. If you happen to work downtown, you're still about 20 minutes. Keep in mind though, there are gonna be some HOAs in the Carrollwood area. Some of the older neighborhoods may not have them, or they may have low HOAs, but you're still gonna have HOAs in most of the communities. So you can still get a house in Carrollwood for under $600,000. Speaking of home prices, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that. The average home price in Carrollwood right now in September of 2023 is $522K. Now, that is up 40% year over year, but houses are going for just around 2.5% below sale price. So that's kind of averaging out. So there might be some homes that are in that 550, 575, 600 range, but they're dropping a little bit because people are still, houses are staying on the market a little bit longer, even though it's still considered a seller's market. But we've got to balance that out with interest rates. So, sellers are starting to understand that you really can't inflate the prices at this point in time, considering what we're dealing with. All right, so let's head to the next neighborhood. So the next area on my list is actually Clearwater. Clearwater has so many awesome things going on there that I really have been adding it to all of my clients' wish lists and saying, hey, let's go check it out. First off, it's densely populated. It's close to the beaches, a ton of outdoor activities. If that's your thing, if you like being close to water and doing all the water sports, definitely put Clearwater on your list. As of 2023, the average age in Clearwater, this shocked me actually, was 43. Because as you get to the coastal areas, most of these areas are retirement communities. Well, that's not so anymore. Not to mention, they've got top-rated schools, and they have Pinellas County School District, which is also top-rated. Low crime, and just a ton of things to do. Between the beaches and the aquarium and all of the cool restaurants that you can get a sunset view, that's one of my favorite things to do when I'm in Clearwater. And then you have Pier 60, just a ton to do. And you could actually live in a neighborhood near all of that and have a suburban life with a beach life. And don't forget, they've just created Coachman Park, which I did a video about the Clearwater area, so we'll put it up here for you as well. Check it out, because I think Coachman Park is going to add a little bit more fun and festivities to the area. They're trying to duplicate, I think, what downtown Tampa did, and they did it really well. I'm actually excited to see a concert over at Coachman. Perfect sunset views, by the way.
Love it, I love it, I love it.
And again, Clearwater is still going to be a highly affordable area for you. Now, the houses might be a little older. Some of them may need full renovations, some may need partial renovations. But again, you're going to be able to get close to the beach for under $400,000. So let's talk about that real quick. So the average home price in Clearwater right now is just under $400K. So again, we're seeing some negotiating opportunities in this area. But don't forget, some of the area is going to be a little HOA and some of it's not going to be HOA. I'm going to say primarily you're not going to see many HOAs over there unless they're newer communities. So you're not going to really have to worry about that too much. All right, let's head on to the next neighborhood. So now we're going to talk about Tarpon Springs. Tarpon Springs is about 30 minutes north of Clearwater, and it offers wonderful suburban communities along with that Greek heritage that you hear a lot about and the sponge docks and that sort of thing in Tarpon. Tarpon Springs is really starting to grow, especially because you have that coastal living, you have, fishing and boating opportunities, all sorts of little bayous that are running through Tarpon Springs, and it's still affordable. And I checked this, you can get something really good still in that under 500 range. Now, of course, if you wanted, more of a coastal, waterfront property, you can find that in Tarpon Springs for sure, and you're gonna pay for that as well, but it's still affordable. Now, we have to talk about flood zones because that is a flood zone. There are parts of Tarpon Springs that are in a flood zone. If you go to the east side of US 19, you're gonna be a little bit better off, but I live in a flood zone. It doesn't bother me that much, but I'm in a condo. So again, when you're looking at houses, we're gonna check that elevation, don't forget that. So if you're looking for that coastal living with, again, affordable living in an area that's really starting to come up, and you can get into a home under $500,000, I think it should be on your list. Again, we've got to watch for those flood zones, but this area is really starting to blossom. You're just, like I said, 30 minutes north of Clearwater, but if you're trying to commute into Tampa, I'm not going to suggest going to Tarpon Springs. But if you're a work from home person or if you're close to retirement age, Tarpon Springs. If you're a boater, fisher person, I like to call that fisher person. You like kayaking, that sort of thing. I really do love Tarpon Springs for all of that. Oh, and I don't want to forget, they do have really great schools in low crime. So keep that in mind. So all in all, I feel like Tarpon Springs is a great place to raise a family, especially if you're becoming an empty nester and you still kind of maybe want to hang out a little bit in the community. It's not just for families. It's going to also be for your early, I'm calling it pre-retirement age people my age, who still are very active and want to have the community feel, but you want to be close to the water. It's great for that. And again, pretty much no HOAs that I've seen. Now there could be some in some areas that I haven't even looked at, but again, a no HOA area. So you're gonna have the ability to park your boat or your RV on your land. So let's talk about the housing prices in Tarpon. So the average home price right now is $432K. That is just maybe 1% down since last year. That's not significant. So let's put Tarpon on your list, okay? And so let's talk about Land O'Lakes. Well, it is the Land O'Lakes. So it is known for all of its beautiful lakes, and there's a lot of really fun outdoor restaurants and bars and breweries to give you that outdoor feel where you might have a view like this at sunset. It is a growing community. You're gonna see a lot of new construction in that area, and it's got a lot of affordability. Now, you do have some luxury living like over in Cheval and the surrounding areas of Cheval, but in Land O'Lakes in particular, you can get a really nice house or you can get a really nice affordable house. It's really up to you and what you want. You can get an older home that may have no HOAs, or you can get a new home that has HOAs. It just depends on where you are and where you are in your budget. They have great schools, low crime, again, really wonderful area to raise children and to have an active lifestyle. Again, Land O'Lakes, not close to the beach. From downtown Tampa, you're gonna head north on 275 and you're gonna have to go probably a good 30 minutes. So let's talk about the average home prices in Land O'Lakes. The average home price right now is $385K. I don't think a ton of people have considered Land O'Lakes, and I think that's why Land O'Lakes, I always say Land O'Lakes. I don't think a lot of people are really thinking about Land O'Lakes in that way, but there is a lot of new construction over there, so we're starting to see it kind of buzz a little bit more when you're talking about new construction properties as well. So, by the way, prices have gone down actually 16% since last year. So it has probably more to do, when people ask me this all the time, like why are certain areas not as popular as others? Tampa is spread out. And you could be in St. Pete and people still consider that part of Tampa. So Land O'Lakes is still part of Tampa, but it's far away. It's almost to Wesley Chapel. So it just depends on if you have to commute to downtown Tampa. If you work from home and you don't need to worry about that, again, Land O'Lakes is a really good option, but I think that's why some people haven't considered it. But are you going to consider it? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. All right, last but not least, let's talk about Riverview. And Riverview / Brandon, they're very close to each other and they kind of support each other when it comes to neighborhood and, restaurants and community feel and that sort of thing. I really think that Riverview is a very good place for affordable family living. That's kind of how I set up my sales pitch for Riverview, okay? So if you haven't been to Riverview, it is about 12, almost 13 miles east of Tampa and a little bit south. It's not near any beaches. So if you're someone who wants more water life, you would have to go south to Bradenton and that area to kind of get your water life, or go into downtown Tampa to Hillsborough River. But if you're going to try to go to the beach, it's going to be a good hour, maybe even an hour and a half, depending on the traffic. It's got a very suburban feel, and some of the communities can tend to be a little bit older, but because there's so much land on that side of town, they've put in a ton of new communities, a lot of communities that I really love. And I just sold one in Triple Creek, if I can speak, in Triple Creek. And the property we just went under contract with in Triple Creek is a 2020 build. It's a West Bay home. It's a Casa Fresca. And we went under contract for right at $410. So again, you can still get maybe a couple year older new construction home under that $500K range. So also HOAs though, you're going to run into more HOAs in Riverview and Brandon because of the newer communities. But you've got great schools. So they are highly rated schools over there. You've got, again, lots of shopping, good restaurants, maybe not as good of restaurants as Carrollwood, I should say, in my opinion. We have restaurants that are sprinkled all through town, right? Great restaurants in St. Pete, great restaurants in downtown Tampa. But as far as in the suburbs, they're growing. Restaurants and stuff like that are really kind of coming to life. So I think Riverview's starting to get like that. But they have really great shopping. Like I mentioned, they've got big box stores in those big intersections where you're going to have your Lowe's and your Target and your Best Buys and that sort of thing. You're also close to the Brandon Mall. So again, you have a lot of options. So in the Riverview Brandon area, you are going to have a lot more opportunities for parks and that sort of thing, nature preserves, outdoor activities, that sort of thing, just not close to the beach. So keep that in mind. So the stats from Redfin for Riverview, the average home price right now is $419K, which I think is a little high. So again, Riverview's on a lot of people's lists, so it's creeping up there, but homes went under list price only like 1.3%. So I think prices on the houses in Riverview are pretty much priced to sell, I'll be honest. When I was looking at comps for the house that I just sold over there in Triple Creek, I didn't see a lot of houses, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, under 2,000 square feet, over the $410K range, at least at this point in time. So take a look at Zillow or call me, MLS. Don't forget, I'm a real estate agent here. I'm an active real estate agent here in the central west coast of Florida. So hit me up. All my links are below and I can help you out. And please comment below. This is interactive. I would love to know if this video is helpful to you. Have I missed an area that you think is better, or should I be filming an area that you really want to know more about? Comment below and let's have a conversation. Well, it's starting to look like it's going to rain again over here, so I need to get going, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please comment below if you have something to add or if there's an area you'd like me to focus on. I do these videos for you. So if there's something you'd like to see, you've got to let me know. And again, if you're looking for a relocation specialist and an active real estate agent in the market, I'm your girl. I can tell you everything you need to know, but I can't tell you if you don't reach out. So please contact me. All my information is down in the description box. And please, guys, please hit that like button. It really helps push my content out to people like you looking for more information. And you want to get the clear and honest information, right? Hit that subscribe button as well, and that way you'll be notified when I do drop videos weekly. And again, really appreciate you watching this video and checking out my channel. Until next time, bye-bye.